Hi Scouts.
Hi Scouts.
So we are back again. It is good demand. A lot of people asked for the second video, and we are
Second part
here.
of the Scouts
Yes.
video.
The Scouts in the woods.
Woods.
It's a nice concept. Scouts always in the woods. So we have finished one video, and now we are going to do some lashings. But sir, my rope has totally spoiled. I don't know what to do for this.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
I think everybody faces the same problem. The rope has getting.
yeah, the rope
spoiled.
is opening up.
Opening
Okay.
up.
So there is something which is called whipping.
Oh, something like this. What you have done
Yes.
to this?
Yeah, I have done one end of this rope.
That's
which,
fantastic.
Tightens the ends of the rope and keeps the rope safe for a longer time. Okay. If you don't whip, this is
what happened. Oh my
happens.
God.
And
This is- I
slowly
don't
it
want
will
this.
become big.
I don't
Okay?
want it. I don't want that
No.
happening to anybody.
We'll see in the.
Chalo, let's see this. Okay.
Okay.
How do you do it, sir? Okay.
Okay, now so as you can see, these are the two ends of the rope. One is whipped and one is not whipped. Okay, so as you can see, what happens if you do not whip the rope. So what we are going to do is we are going to whip this rope. Okay, first you have to cut the part which is already opened up. Okay, so I'll take a scissor. I'll just chop off the excess rope which has come out of the. Whenever you are cutting, be careful. Take care of your hands. Do not use a knife. Use a scissor and chop it off. So as you have got the ends, now you take a small thread which is strong enough because you're going to pull it. Okay. You just make a loop on one side of the rope. Okay. You have to make a loop on one side of the rope. The loop should come above the rope. Okay, do not catch it. Go down, catch it here, and start rolling. Okay. Whenever you are rolling, you have to keep in mind that it should not overlap.
So what does whipping help, sir?
Whipping helps not to spoil the rope because if you
Okay.
do not whip, the rope keeps opening up. As we had seen the state of the rope in the
Oh, there's a
before
nice,
we
sir.
cut.
There's a nice loop there, sir.
Yes. So
That loop has to be there, right?
see, you have to always keep in mind that whipping has to be straight. Every loop has to be one beside the other. Okay, you cannot overlap in one place. So from down you come upwards. You have created a loop in the beginning. So the end which is remaining, you have to put in the loop and pull. Okay, and then you have to pull this rope which you have already left down. So this will tighten.
Oh, that is smart.
Yes, you don't have to.
It's going to
knot
make
it.
a-
So you just pull it. See, you
It's going to
can,
wow.
I hope you can see the.
Yes. Oh wow.
Okay, so now this is gone inside. Then you cut the remaining.
Okay.
Okay, and this one.
That looks fantastic, sir.
Okay, now you can see our rope is ready for knots and lashing. Okay,
Thank you
see
so much,
how,
sir.
yeah, you can see how clean it looks if you compare to the previous one which is open from one side. Okay, so this is how you have to going to do the whipping. Okay, so we are going to start with lashing. Okay, there are three types of lashing. One is shear lashing, where the bamboos or where the sticks comes beside each other, or you try to extend a pole. Okay, then the second is diagonal lashing. Okay, square lashing, and then the next is diagonal lashing. Okay, these lashings will be useful when you are making gadgets. Okay, for example, you are making tripods, you are making shoe rack, you are making a watch tower. So these are the gadgets. For this you need to know the lashings.
Yes. And this kind of things can be used in a camp that you go, or even in your daily household things,
Yeah.
or in the school. For all kind of things, this can be used. So pay attention. You have last time paid attention and you have learned the knots. Now let's get one step ahead of it with lashing. So let's go to the
let's
first one.
start with the first, which is called shear lashing. Okay, Now you have to keep in mind all the lashing start with a clove hitch and end with a clove hitch.
Point. Start with a clove hitch and end with a clove hitch.
Okay.
A point. Yeah.
Okay. So the first shear lashing, we are going to move from bottom to top. Okay. So the first clove hitch will come over on one of the bamboos. This is my clove hitch.
For the clove hitch, you can see the previous video of us and you can learn the clove hitch, master it.
Just glide it slightly up. Okay. So this is my clove hitch. After that, I'm going to take loops. Okay, rounds.
Neatly.
Okay. Now you have to keep in mind whenever you take the rounds, they should not overlap each other. Okay, they should be.
So what is the meaning of overlap?
Listen,
Show them
overlap means is if I'm already in one this thing, I cannot go down again.
Right. It has
Okay,
to go
it has to go
progressively, one
progressive
direction.
and in one direction.
Yes.
Okay, so at least take around 6 to 7 rounds. Okay, so,
Tightly.
Yeah, tight. Always take support of other scout to your friend who is available with
I've
you.
always told you, scouts help each other.
Help each other. How many are done? 5 are done. See what I am not overlapping. If I do this, this is overlapping. There are chances of the rope slipping and then the knot will become loose.
Yeah, if you overlap, the strength of the lashing
Lashing
is compromised.
compromised.
Becomes weak.
Okay, so almost I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay, now we have to, this is our primary knot. Okay, primary. So after this you have to take 2 rounds from between. Okay, so 1,
Through the
2. And this is a secondary knot. Okay, now what will this do is this will tighten the loops which you have taken. Okay, you can keep it, if you don't take it's okay, but this will always give a extra support. Okay, so 2 are done. Now always keep in mind, first clove which we have taken on this bamboo, right? The second clove which will come on the other bamboo. Always keep in mind, if you take first on the left one,
side,
then the top you have to take it on the right one. Okay, so I finished. Now I'm going to take a clove hitch on this. So for this, so just can you turn it?
if you master the clove hitch well, you will be able to do it well. Okay, so you got to master the clove hitch. So you can do it without any problem. You have to master the basic knots first. And usually when they use coir rope, at most of the time they make it wet, so it holds tight, and when it dries up it becomes more strong. You'll see it happening. This is just a practice rope that we are using.
Okay, so this is our clove hitch, the second clove hitch. Okay, just pull it and tighten it. The remaining you can tug it behind. Okay, so I have a clove hitch here and clove hitch here.
And this
This
is
is
very
my
strong.
shear lashing.
Very
This is not
strong.
open.
Okay, very strong.
Okay,
This is called
shear lashing.
shear lashing. Okay.
Okay.
It's a lashing, shear lashing. Okay.
Now we'll just open and we'll shift to the.
Okay. So we did shear lashing. Let's do the next
The
one.
next one we are going to see square lashing. Okay.
Square.
So this is how we are going to do a square lashing. First we will take
Staff.
vertical bamboo and we'll put a clove hitch. Okay.
In the previous one also we did the same thing. Clove hitch to start. Okay. Here also we are doing the clove hitch to start.
don't waste lot of rope on the other side, because then you will fall short. Okay. This is my glove hitch. Now on this knot I am going to place my horizontal bar.
You got the point.
Okay.
If you just keep it like that, it will slip. So now we tie a knot first, so we get a base for where to start the tying from.
Okay. If you tie on the other side, then this will glide. Okay. So for that, you also keep in mind that the bamboo which are putting horizontal should be above the knot, not below the knot.
Yes.
Because this is the main support where bamboo is going to hold. Okay.
We learned in the last video that the club which doesn't slip. So that is why you're taking advantage of that physical ability of the knot to be able to do this matching.
You can just roll it with your hand, and now you start the whipping part. Okay. You just take rounds. Now you have to keep in mind not to overlap. It has to be on the side. Okay. Here also I am taking from behind. I am taking it on top. Okay. From side I will be taking same from down.
It looks scouts. It looks neat also, and it increases the strength of the knot or the lashing. Okay, so it has a dual usefulness. Okay, it increases the there it goes. It increases the strength as well as looks nice.
Okay, you can see that we are not overlapping any of the rounds. Take around 5 to 7. Okay, we have taken 5. Okay, now you can see here 5, here 5. Just turn around, sir, please. Okay, it's neat. We are not overlapped.
And strong, neat and strong, very important.
After this you are going to just take 2 rounds around the whole knot what we have taken. The same thing what we have done for shear lashing. Okay, the secondary which will tighten the knots. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, so what has happened? These 2 rounds has tightened the loops which we have taken.
Lashing.
Okay, after this, the first club hitch we have taken on the base.
Yes, we are taking it on
Okay.
the which one is it? Vertical or horizontal?
Vertical.
On the vertical we are taken.
Okay.
Now we are going to take it on the
We are
horizontal.
going to take it on the horizontal.
Yes.
Okay. So you can take either this side or you can take on the that side also. Okay. So simple club hitch. See that all you need to know all the knots by heart.
You will practice those notes.
Okay, so my club hitch is ready, and this is my diagonal lashing.
Okay, and it's strong and neat, just like a scout. A scout is strong and neat.
Right.
Okay, neatness doesn't mean you're weak. Neatness also means you're strong and neat. Okay,
So
very
this
good.
is square lashing.
Note it down. It's called
Square lashing.
say it. Okay, it's called square lashing. Okay, let's move to the next one. We have finished shear and
Two
square.
lashing.
2 lashing we have finished. Now let's do diagonal. But here there's slight change.
Change in the
The
knots.
start and end, so you need to pay attention. So let's go.
So in shear lashing we had kept both the sticks together. In diagonal lashing we had kept one horizontal and one vertical. In diagonal we are going to keep in an X shape. Okay, now this is always used for supporting. Whenever you make a watchtower, okay, when you put square bamboos, to support the square bamboos we have to always keep a
This cannot be the base
Diagonal
of our gadget.
okay. This you cannot use this for the primary support. This is always the secondary support. Okay, so both the lashings start with clove hitch and end with clove hitch, but there is a difference in this. This lashing starts with a timber hitch. okay, and ends with a club hitch. Okay, now what is timber hitch? Okay, so just take one round, okay, a normal knot. Okay, so instead of pulling, you go to the other side. Okay,
timber hitch, yes.
just
Keep rolling it around.
rolling at least 4 to 5, and then pull this. Okay, you pull this, the timber hitch is ready. Okay, now after this you take around 4 rounds in this direction. Now also keep in mind, when you are lashing, the round should be not overlapping. So 1 and keeping sideways.
No overlapping again.
Okay,
no
no
overlapping.
overlapping.
Avoid overlapping when you're
Two.
doing lashings always.
Three. Okay, now we will change the direction. Okay, come to the other side. 1 and hold it down. One,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Okay. Oh, this is tightening the knot itself.
yeah.
The second lashing is tightening the knot.
Okay, this is tightening, and then you have to do a bit of square what you have done to tighten the knots. Just around 2, that's it. And then you can take any part of the stick and you can finish it off
Any
with
stuff. Finish up with a club hitch.
a club hitch.
You can choose anyone.
So this is my club hitch, which is finished enough. Okay, so this is going to give the support to the square gadget what you have made,
Okay.
or like a
Yes.
watchtower.
Whatever gadget you make, this can use
Okay,
support.
we will,
Also, you can use for drying
yes,
drying line. Yes, you can
yes,
use
for drying line you
drying
can put it on top,
Yes.
and then you can use it for drying line. For shear
This-
lashing also you can
This
use
is repeat after us. This is a
diagonal lashing.
diagonal lashing. Okay, so neat. Okay, and it has a cross. Okay, these are the three knots, three lashings we did.
lashings.
First was the
Shear lashing.
shear lashing, then second was
is
the
square lashing.
square lashing, and third is the diagonal
Diagonal
lashing.
lashing. Okay.
Three
Now
lashings
keep
we learned.
things in mind. For shear lashing, start with a club hitch, end with a club hitch. Okay. For square lashing, start with a club hitch, end with a club hitch. And for diagonal lashing, start with a timber hitch
Timber hitch
and end with a club hitch. Okay. Keep these three things in mind. Okay. Once you know this, you can make any type of gadget, as many gadgets as possible. So try using this and try making a gadget. Okay, and whichever is useful
Yeah.
for your day-to-day life.
Keep healthy, keep fine, and we'll see you again in the next video with something interesting. We have thought about it,
But
but
we'll tell you.
we'll tell you. It'll be a surprise for all of you. So
Yeah.
let us meet in the next video. Till then, enjoy yourself. Hope this pandemic is over fast and we are back
To our scouts.
going for camping and
Right.
going back to the nature, going in the nature. Okay, bye. See you.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.